Just finished my workout. And I'm glad I was able to share that and get it off my chest. Obviously, my perspective and my healing perspective grows with my healing. That is where I'm at with it right now. Now, some people, when I tell them my story, I can see their own guilt coming through. Maybe it would have made them feel uncomfortable to say something about their mom publicly. I get that. Believe me, I do. It's why I haven't said much about it in a very long time. It does feel uncomfortable. But then I started assessing the uncomfortability. The uncomfortability doesn't come from, wow, this is to me, that's also toxic. It's like, wow, this is your mom or dad or whoever. How could you say that about them? The right question is more, what could they have done that their kid their adult kid that wants to connect with them so badly, this is the reality they keep getting. What the fuck is their pattern that they keep doing that this is especially leading to the cutoff? That's the right question. Because accountability can't always be shifted to the kids. It has to be on the parents. And previous generations have always shifted blame or accountability onto the kids. And that doesn't make any sense to me. You're blaming a human you made in an environment you allowed, you made, you created, treated them however way, and then blame them for the wounds that come from that. Doesn't make sense to me. So that's more of the right way to see that. But also, let's just zoom out from parents, right? Let's zoom out from the parent dynamic, okay? And let's just generalize this for any relationships, okay? I love the way this girl said it online. I've always felt it, but like she just, you know how somebody just takes what you feel and they actually put it into words. I think I tend to do that for a lot of you, actually. She did that for me too. She said, I don't owe silence to someone who slept well hurting me. And that, I think I felt it even more because of the slept well hurting me and then owe silence. Because the slept well hurting me, again, let's take it back to my mom real quick. That was her answer to me saying I was hurt. She said for her, she sleeps just fine. But anyways, zoom back out. I don't owe silence to anyone who sleeps well hurting me. Okay? And I wish I could say everything she said in that video, but that's the one that stuck out the most. And it's like the silence also comes from protecting their public image with family, friends, and whatever. Protecting how people perceive them. I don't owe that person that protection. I'm not going to slander either, but I'm just going to speak truth. I'm going to say exactly what happened. I don't owe this person public protection of their ego when they have no problem privately hurting me. None. None. And again, it's not about slander. It's not about slander. It's not about saying things that you feel are going to equally hurt them back, that are just coming out of your own wounds from what happened. If you are going to say something, just say what happened. That's more than enough. Don't need to slander. No need for that. But I'm not going to protect someone's false sense of image either at my expense and just stay quiet on their behalf. I'm not going to do that. I did that my entire life, especially for family, because there's no way that I could tell the truth about them and then not make them look some kind of way because your choices lined up in this to look that way. So it's more like, I'm going to tell the truth, okay? Now, if you're uncomfortable with me telling the truth because it exposes your decision making or your character, then maybe it's not my truth you have an issue with. It's more of your character. It's more of just grow the fuck up. It's more of just do your inner work. Stop hurting people. And then blaming them when you get some kind of consequence from the behavior you chose. But I'll say it again, for my fellow people who are still in silence to keep the peace or to protect the image of, or to, you fill in the space. I don't owe silence and image protection to anyone who does just fine hurting me in silence. I do not owe silence or minimization or alteration of truth. I do not owe the public image protection of this person to anyone who's just fine and sleeps just fine hurting me in silence. And that doesn't give you, also for those of you being silent, doesn't now give you a card again to like bleed on other people and how can you say just slandering people, because now you're doing the same thing they do. It's not about slandering them. It's about seeing through the bullshit, gaining clarity as you heal, and which is a process, and then from there stating the truth. Whatever happens from there happens, because the truth is the truth. It's not slander, it's not this, it's not that. No, this is what happened. This is what always happens. This is a pattern. This is what it is. This is what happened, and then this happened, and then this was said, and this was said. Now, in you saying that truth, this person gets uncomfortable. It's not you they're uncomfortable with. It's themselves. They just don't want to hold themselves accountable.